and the Washington Commanders. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Off we go on Sunday Night Football.
Okay,
boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey, 70s, go.
Right to the air goes Daniel. Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to him, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one.
Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Press Way to punt. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. This will be returnable from his own 15.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
We got that.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Once again, it's Walker. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Got it with Smith and Jigba. 11 yards for number 11. And a 1st down. From the 32 now is 1st and 10. Cup in motion. Straight ahead, it's Walker. He's got room to the 45. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Smith and Jigba left side, he's got it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down. And this will not be a spike. He faked it. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. forced out of bounds. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball.
And he will get into the end zone. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seahawks. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready!
They'll go play action here with Daniels. That's to the right side, and it's Siddick.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Now it's the Arizona product that is Corey Merritt. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Get it!
On 3rd down, they go with Merritt. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Washington.
Typically in a 3rd down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
Down the field, but it is incomplete.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this.
On the jump!
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Come on, go street! Hawk 70, Hawk 70!
Daniels with a give to Merritt. Good blocking to the 15. And he will score! Merritt, touchdown Washington. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no game. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 9. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Down the field, he's got Barner. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run the toss with Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run the draw with Walker. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
Mike, so often we see when a draw play is called, so much of the success depends upon what look do you get from the defense. In this case, they dial up a blitz. It could be feast or famine. In this case, it's famine. The blitz runs right into the draw. They get stopped. No gain.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. And he pulled it left. No good. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. It's a gain of 34.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given. But it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but that once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he will get into the end zone. Jabari Preston-Merritt, touchdown Commanders. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. What a standout performance early on in this one. That is 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. They run on the jet sweep. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there for that. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Take a shot. Downfield, looking for Pop. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Darnold. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
There is no worse feeling either coming back to the huddle or the sideline after a big drop, and that was a beautifully designed play, perfectly placed ball, and he just couldn't make the grab.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Here's Darnold again. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Oh, yeah. He gets free. He's to midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back. One play, 80 yards. Touchdown, Washington. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown. A special teams magic moment from the rookie who takes it all the way. What a great way to announce yourself to your teammates as a huge part of this team.
Yeah, and there's no greater way to establish value and to earn a role on a team, Mike, than through special teams. Now, when you could do it as a returner and you can impact the game by putting points on the board, man, that is different. In this case, that's exactly what he does, and that is a huge impact play here by the young rookie.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. So give him 6 on that play.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. That's the veteran linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
So when you talk about cover 2, really the area that they're a little vulnerable. They're vulnerable deep or intermediate on the boundaries, and they're vulnerable down the middle of the field. Remember, those 2 safeties, Mike, hence why they call it cover 2, they are splitting the field in half. They need to cover from the goalpost all the way out to the boundary. That's a lot of room to run.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Commanders' 1st down. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. First and 10 now from the 36. Off the bootleg. Here's Daniels. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they are in great shape. He's taking taken down inside the 10. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal. The run with Kurski Merritt. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Now from the 7, it's second and goal.
Let's go.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Washington.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and you're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
The score, Commanders 28, Seahawks 7.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Throwing on first and 10 is Darnold. He's going to look deep. Going to Cup. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Now Darnold. Oh, the ball's out. Looked like one of the Seahawks was in there and did keep the ball with Seattle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Darnold now to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. In motion is Barner. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run. Simple handoff. No gain.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Darnold to throw. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might say after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't. And now third down comes up. Now Seattle's going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. Throwing, Darnold. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. And that'll set up fourth down.
To come for the Seahawks.
Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Gotta be lying. Lightning, hey, team. Switch. Ready,
Start the drive with Krosky Merritt. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
For a Commanders first down.
Come on.
First and 10.
On first down, it is passed to Krosky Merritt. This time the sliding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Panther 11.
Here's Daniels. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
In punt formation for the Commanders.
And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15.
At their own 11-yard line.
They'll run right. Here's Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
The biggest correlation between scoring points in the NFL is your ability to generate explosive plays. And oftentimes, the best explosive plays in the passing game happen when the quarterback is outside the pocket, and a great example of it here.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. To throw is Darnold, and this ball incomplete on third down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And Good coverage by Putty. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19.
A run to begin the drive, and it's Krosky Merritt. Not much happening there, just a short game.
He was brought down by Kobe Bryant. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Krosky Merritt to run again. Finding room at the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. 1st down, Washington.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
A pass complete to Noah Brown. They're going to work this down inside the 45. 18 on the gain again. And another 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They'll go with Bill. That's Krosky Merritt. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another 1st down.
Washington Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball to start the 2nd quarter as time expires here in the 1st. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Walker now gets us going here in the 4th quarter. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
And a much more positive run here. That one good for 10. But it's still going to leave them with a 3rd down coming up.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense. A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation. Like, I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is caught. He finds Walker to the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 80 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. They go three tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Check smash, check smash.
They'll run with Krosky Merritt, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Let's go now. Ready.
Right back to Krosky Merritt. Room to run past midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. And he's got another one. Deferred Krosky Merritt. Touchdown, Commanders. 3 touchdowns for him now in this one. And he's up to 10 on the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Seahawks 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out, per the new rule, to the 35-yard line. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
And that is incomplete contact, but the flag's going to be fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Frankie Luvu. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's a turnover on downs.
Trying right side here with Krosky Merritt. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
2nd and 10.
Rig, 870 Lions.
On the give, Krosky Merritt. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's third down. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. 3rd and 9.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready,
Daniels now going to look to throw. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal.
Let's go, go.
Rodriguez, and he'll go down at the 4-yard line.
He was taken down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half.
Brings up 2nd
We'll come back and finish this one off after this.
Ready, set.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal.
Ready.
And a run. Here's Krosky Merritt. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
60 Vikings, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
They'll run. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up 4th down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. The defense still has 3 timeouts. So we'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Second and 11. They will take a knee here. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll go down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. Game they really did struggle in. Looked like a different group here as they respond with a solid